again, if I lean backwards, I can only rely on the mass of the leg and the momentum that was created, right? I do it like this. I guarantee you, I can screw him up kicking him like this. There's nothing wrong with long-range kicks. I'm going to say that again. But if I'm really trying to get to, stick to him, grapple with him, and striking, I want to try to use these low kicks to get me in there. And these are more, I'm not trying to use like missiles to hit him. I'm trying to hit him with like full-on, body to body. So from here, again, the higher I can raise it, and then when I come down, see, my mass is coming down. Down. Use your heel too. And look, if I really want to hurt him, I'll do this, and then I'll use the edge of my heel on top of it. I'll go like this, crunch. Yep. Better. Again. Again. Now, higher and use a smaller surface area. Yeah, it's better. I mean, if I kick him with all of this, I can hurt him, but the smaller I make that area, the more I concentrate all of that into, the more it's going to hurt. Mm-hmm. Now, when I do this kick, depending on what side I'm on, I'm going to lead in, I'm going to get my arm on him, and I'm going to start trying to break him down. If he moves, if he turns, I'm going to try to stick with him. And strike, or he does it, he moves again, or whatever he's doing, he goes to my head, and whatever he wants to do. Think like that. Like out here, the whole of this is a training module, is that I would start from a distance. I would try to move in and work some short-range kicks and strikes to flesh that out. And then I'm going to move to the secondary aspect of that where I get the attachment and I try to break down the structure. The third part of that is that it turns into the grappling with the striking, which flows into the throwing. Okay, so if you think like that, you've got to do all of that. You can't just go, well, I'm going to fight like this. No, you've got to practice it and you have to fill it out. And I'm going to tell you, the majority of people do not like you in their personal space. They would prefer to fight you out here. Or if they get this close, then they're going to start swinging on you like that. A lot of people, if they get this close and they start swinging on you, they're going to try to beat you by overwhelming you with speed and power and aggressive behavior. If you're able to relax, be able to breathe, and control that environment, they will burn themselves out within a very short period of time, a few seconds. And then you can execute more. I'm talking, they're big, they're really trying to overwhelm you. Let them gas themselves. What's his name? Frank Shamrock, he used to say this saying, he said, condition is my submission. Meaning that his physical ability, he was such in good shape and all of that, that he would, and his skill of moving you and changing positions on the ground was so fluid that you would exhaust yourself before you could really get anything off on him, and then he would just take you out. And that is, smart training. Same thing with this. I don't want to move in there and just like a bull and, it may seem like that to you by me bumping him and moving him, but it stimulates him to do something. He's already trying to do something. I'm just trying to change his mind to do something else. But then I need to burn him out. If he's smaller than you or your size and you can get that throw off or those strikes, then great. So we're going to do the cross kick again like we started with. We went off with a leg, right? But when we kick, we're going to kind of step big, and we're going to turn. We're going to really try to get that side flank this time. So I kick, and I really try to step here to get this. And then from here, we'll execute it to the next move. So he kicks and he just drops himself. Don't try to position as you're doing it. That's the key to doing throws with pins, too. If I went to throw Jonathan, and he falls, I'm going to have to catch up to him, and then I come over here to try to pin him, I've already lost it. I have to be able to throw Jonathan and be able to handle the momentum in which he's falling and stay with him so that when he hits the ground, I pin him at the same time. With this, it's the same premise, right? I kick him, and I'm just going to flow and fall into the movement. I'm not going to try to control it in the sense that I'm trying to gauge it and the speed and where my foot lands. All I know is I want to fall forward and into him. Another example. Say I want to do a particular throw, right? And I get there and I try to position myself, right? I go 1, 2, 3. A lot of times that's too slow, right? It just needs to be me trying to fall forward into him, and then I'm going to pick that leg up and I'm going to turn it into a throw. Does that make sense? So I'm here and I'm hooking, and I'm hooking at the same time. I didn't do this. I didn't go 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it's great for practice to define and refine the movement, but sometimes it's just going to be too slow. So again, he's going to kick into my leg, and then he steps to the outside. He's trying to get to my flank all the way, and he's going to dig in and he's going to breathe. So he's attacking me this way. So when I kick him, look, I got me facing my power side forward, right? I got him going weak on me, right? But he's pushing in on me, which is all cool. Keep pushing if you want, and catch it, right? And turn it into something else. Remember that pressure, the force he's giving you, don't fight it, use it. You only want to fight it long enough that you can turn it into a trigger, or like a mouse trap, right? The trap is up, and then a little bit of pressure is put on it, and the whole thing releases. Well, that's what we're trying to do with us. So there's a couple more pieces, and we'll be done with this. So we've been doing this kind of controlling and bumping thing. Now, we're going to try to get this bridge, and when we get the bridge, we're going to try to either control it from this side of us or this side of us. Okay? So, fundamental kick, we'll do like a I don't really like to do a side kick this way unless I was evading something, right? I showed you earlier, I wanted to get away. But if I would rather my kick be like this than like this. It's better on my hip. I can still get the same thing off, and it still helps me to get to the side. So from here, I kick like this, right? My front kick, my cross kick, and my side kick. They're all relatively like this. I don't need to do these extremes. Okay, I mean I can, but I do them sparingly. Anyway, anytime where you're kicking these two, anytime you're, again, we've done this, showed this in another video. If he goes to do a side kick, the more this raises this up, the more pressure he's going to put on the ball of the socket, and it's caused pain and over a period of time it'll wear down cartilage, and that's why a lot of people end up getting hip replacements that teach martial arts. It's the snapping actions of kicks and extending the legs. I mean, yes, you can, anatomically, yes, you can put your leg up here. But how much pressure on your pressure is it going to do on my joint? I mean, if you did it every now and then, it's one thing, but if you're doing repetitive actions, hundreds of these things over a period of time, you're going to damage those hips. So you've got to take care of the joint. So think 1, 2. And from here, I'm just going to switch it. Right? So real clean, 1, 2, 3. And look, I'm going to put my hand here. Yeah, I'm kind of exposing myself to a punch, and that's great. But like if he goes to punch me and I feel it's coming, I'll just move back this way, right? But this kind of helps me to jam it. But I can keep the hand up here too, like this. I just like this kind of control. It does it to me. Yeah. So look, doing switches is cool. And if he's trying to grapple you, if he's not trying to grapple you and you try to switch on him, it's going to be too slow. He's going to pull the punch back. He's going to hit you. So what I'm doing is actually a variation of play the pipa from my Chong Tai Chi. Right? I come here and I bring it here. Right? So it's in essence, it's like play the pipa. Okay? And then from here I turn this arm drag into another arm drag. See it? See? Just a little bit of a refinement. I mean, it changes everything. See how he switched? Again, switching is great if he's trying to grapple me. If he's trying to punch me, right? If I'm trying to punch him and he tries to switch on me. See? A lot of times, you switch. So I get it ready. Again now. You see what I mean? But like if I was trying to reach in and grab him,